is Breakfast Daily, and it's time for our news review segment. And I have here with me Loratu Musa Saka, member of the National Communications Team for the NPP. Let me also inform you that we are waiting for Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno, parliamentary candidate for Awutu Senior East for the NDC. Loratu, good morning.
Good morning, Freema.
How are you doing?
I'm good, and good morning to our viewers.
Super. But so, you know, there are a lot of things happening. So yesterday we witnessed the signing of the Book of Condolence for former First Lady, Mrs. Theresa Kufuor. Quite an unfortunate news there, but we give thanks to God for a life well lived, one woman who we are celebrating today. So we had some important personalities go over to sign the book. Now, the much-awaited BOG protest, the Occupy BOG protest, also happened yesterday. We'll be looking at that as well. And some other stories, you know, there was also another protest by residents of Ashaiman and road users in general of the area who protested against the deplorable nature of their roads. But I think it's in order that we start with the opening of the Book of Condolence for Mrs. Theresa Kufuor. Loratu, this is a big loss, you know, to the whole Ghana, but to zoom into the NPP, I don't know how you felt when you...
It was a Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Those of us were happily sad about the death of former First Lady, and some of us also woke up to the news. It's an unfortunate one. But one thing I keep saying is we're all in transit. It's something we all taste. So those who take the lead, we just pray our Creator is pleased with them, the way they lived, and we keep praying for them. And also pray for the loved ones left behind, so they can also have the strength and the patience to handle such a loss. There's never an easy one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I will let you tell us what your fond memories of Mrs. Theresa Kufuor will be and how you would remember her. Right, but there's a story on Citi Newsroom put together by Enu Safo. It says, Bawumia, Frema Opare, Joyce Ayi are the signed Book of Condolence for Theresa Kufuor. Now, dignitaries from various sectors and stalwarts of the New Patriotic Party have gathered at the Peduasa residence of former President John Agyekum Kufuor to offer their condolences and support following the passing of his wife, Theresa Kufuor. Some of those who signed the Book of Condolence include Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Chief of Staff Akusia Frema Opare, Joyce Ayi, and National Security Minister Kandapa. In their messages, the dignitaries praised Theresa Kufuor for her compassion, dedicating to serving others, and her role in promoting peace and unity in Ghana. Former Speaker of Parliament, Professor Michael Quay, said, quote, I believe that the former president must have had a lot of peace of mind, which is needed when you are on a job as a president and every serious public service job as he had. The peace that she gave transcended all areas. She deserves to rest in perfect peace, unquote. A former government official, Kwame Pianim, added, quote, when she became a First Lady, she was a mother to all of us. Many people only know her as the First Lady. She and Prof. Nyame built the Cocoa Clinic. She is one of the few Ashantis who speak ever fluently because of the school she attended. So she united all of us. So we have lost a great mother, unquote. Theresa Kufuor, who was 86 years old, died on October 1 after a prolonged illness. She is survived by her husband, former President John Agyekum Kufuor, and their 5 children. And this is the woman who we are celebrating. Now, Loretta, I'm sure you've also heard, you know, how people are extolling her and the fact that she was, for want of a better word, the reserved type. But one thing that runs through everyone's tribute is the fact that she was a strong pillar, you know, behind her husband, for the party and all. We probably did not see her, you know, in front of the cameras often, but she really was a force to reckon with.
Yes, she was. I mean, and especially when it was a total departure from a very visible First Lady, that's former First Lady, Mrs. Rollins.
Yeah.
And to a very calm, not calm in the negative sense with respect to the former lady. But her style, she was laid back.
Yeah.
But one thing I remember her most for was her foundation championing the prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS at that time. I mean, she carried herself gracefully. There has to be something for you to see Mama Teresa. So those are some of the fond memories. As a retired nurse and midwife, I mean, I remember her receiving a lot of awards for them from the Midwives and Nurses Council. She paid her dues. She did what she could do, but I think she just dedicated herself to the development of humanity and I think the Catholic Church, if my memory serves me right. So those are some of the things. At least we've chalked a lot of successes when it comes to mother to child. Now, women living with HIV/AIDS can confidently have children and know that their children will come out without the virus or without being infected negatively with regards to the thing. So she's a woman that we all admired. I mean, for a woman married to a gentle giant, you can imagine. But we can only pray for her and pray that she rests in perfect peace and whatever her foundation was championing lives on.